little bitches that can never say a word.
What? I just got in here. What are you saying?
What's going on?
I just said, is there anybody that wants to say anything to me? Because there's always a gaggle of little bitches that like to talk shit, but they can never say
I'll
anything
tell you,
to me.
I think you're a bitch. Straight up, I don't give a fuck. I've always thought you're a bitch, so I don't think you're really surprised by that.
Why do you think that?
I just do. I've always thought so, and even before all this, I have nothing to do with all this. I'm just telling you, I don't even know what's going on and why you're up here doing this. I just got in here, but if you really want me to tell you how I feel, that's how I feel. But you know this. I mean, this isn't the first time I've told you I think you're a bitch. So, yeah, I mean, I shouldn't really change anything.
I know you think this, and the reason why I don't give a fuck is because you're so stupid, you can't even back it up. Just like I asked you to now, you can't even back it up. So, you're so stupid, I don't give a fuck about you.
That's fine. You don't gotta give a fuck about me, bro. I don't give a fuck. Like, you can ban me, do whatever you gotta do, man. Get your power trip on, bro.
I haven't banned you. I mean, you make yourself sound like an idiot because you can't substantiate anything you say, so, you know, I don't have to do any talking for
you. Yeah, you don't gotta talk for me, bro. I never asked you to. You just came in here asking what people thought about you, so I told you.
Yep. Bongo, you're in.
I just came to listen to the roasting, and I'm tired. Hello.
Did he just missed me recting Polonus? He's too easy. He's too easy.
Yeah, you wrecked me, bro. You wrecked me, Flibbr. Show your dick size, brother.
I mean, he's kind of wrecked himself already. I've been here 3 seconds.
Exactly. I actually just said to him before you come in, I said, Polonus, I don't actually have to speak for you because every time you open your mouth, you just reveal how stupid you are. But yeah, I just put a tweet out on there to try and invite on some stiffer competition. It's funny because, like, you know, people, you know, they like to give some talk and pretend, you know, like they're like, I don't know what the fuck, but when you invite them on to, you know, say anything, either they don't come or they have absolutely nothing to say.
Okay, can I ask you this? Why the fuck did you come up here in the first place? Like, you have your little fucking dojo down there where you fap with all your bros, and we chill up here. Well, like, why the fuck does it matter what we think about you? First off, why is your ego big enough to the point where what we like? Why the fuck do you care what we think about you, Flibbr? Seriously. Like, grow some fucking balls, grow up. Everyone doesn't get together, like, get along. So who the fuck cares? Go down to your little fucking dojo and go fap down there, bro.
Can we do one question at a time? What was the first one?
I don't have any questions for you, man. I'm telling you, everyone doesn't get along. Okay. Why does it matter what fucking people think about you? Why do you care? Why do you care what anyone up here thinks about you, bro?
Well, I'm just inviting anybody with any kind of, you know, who wants to discuss anything to come on and talk. That's all. You see what I mean, Bombo, about Polonus being easy pickings?
Okay there, buddy. I'm easy pickings. Come on over. Come on over. Let's get terped.
Look, I
Very
mean,
easy.
Polonus and I don't know. I spend like I used to divvy my time up. I spent a lot of time in here, and about 5% of the time there was trading discussed. Like fucking Bitcoin could be moving up like $40, and people would just not even let you talk about it. They were too busy, just talking shit and like not even letting any price discussion happen. So I don't know why you're so bitter about there being a room where there's actual
Because it's a
trading
freedom
discussed.
room, bro.
Okay, but like, why is there a big chip on your shoulder about a room where you mainly discuss trading in a fucking trading group, which is what Whalepool's all about? Like, why does that piss you off so much? What you view it as some fucking
pisses me
conspiracy
off
or
about
circle
trading?
jerk thing, but it's just like
What pisses
pragmatism.
me off about trading, bro?
No, Bravo, honestly, it's not even. You won't get anything coherent out of him. It's that ridiculous.
To be totally honest, it sounds like you guys got totally fucking wrecked, and there's some bitterness there.
Nope.
Yeah, sorry, buddy. I mean, if you read the Telegram, which you probably don't, I've posted like 25 straight winning
Why do
trades
I
in a
don't
row.
use Dakota no Telegram? I'm not here to fucking type and be a text warrior, bro. I'm here to chat with my friends, with people I've gotten along with and been trading with for fucking years.
Why do you
Okay?
keep turning one-syllable words into two-syllable words, dude?
Yeah, let's be the grammar police now. Yeah. Let's show off our dick size.
Wait, I've got a question. Why did Aztec get banned? I was just reading the Telegram.
Because he banned Flibbr a few times, I guess.
Okay, so Jason has asked a legitimate question. Jason said, "Why did Aztec get banned from the Telegram?" This is the kind of question I was soliciting. Thank you, Jason. The reason why Aztec got banned from the Telegram is because I rejoined the Telegram, and Aztec banned me. So I got Grammy to unban me. I rejoined, and he banned me again. Now, who the fuck is he to ban me after everything I have put in to Whalepool and building that community in Telegram? If I made somebody moderator of the Telegram and they banned Swapman, I would consider that I had made a bad, judgment, because I had modded somebody who has banned, my kind of co-partner, who I know has put in a hell of a lot of time and effort, like myself, into building this. And if that person was to be so disrespectful to that other person and everything they've put in, that would be very bad. So for him to behave like
Flibbr,
that,
I'm gonna break this
and
down
then
for
shut up
you.
a minute, Shinobi.
You
Let me
made
finish
a
what I'm
joke.
talking, and then shut up a minute, and then we'll get to you.
Wait,
Then we'll get to you.
He's answering a question.
Shinobi.
Hold up, be quiet 2 seconds, man. Continue.
Yeah, so that's that's why, basically. Jason, what do you think about that, Jason?
I think that's perfectly acceptable and understandable. And does everybody else knew what went on, or?
What happened was Swapman made a joke to get people to try out a new piece of software, and some people lost their shit over a joke. And then after that boiled to a head, and Flibbr and a few other people just hurled unbelievable amounts of personal insults at people over wanting to use a different piece of software. There were literally a list of people of which I was fucking named, and you pretty much told, fuck off then, I don't care. Because this different piece of software somehow is a different community when it's running on the same server, the same group of people. He even then gave his word. You said in Telegram
Shinobi,
you're a loyal person. You gave your word.
Can you do something else than shouting?
You gave your word.
All
that you
the
would
time
leave
you
the
are
server
expressing
running.
your
Okay, I'm
feelings,
getting
you are
cut off
shouting.
again. No, I thought we were letting people speak here. And you gave your word that you would leave that server running, and a mere hours later flipped out and decided that that is not Whalepool because it's a different piece of software, and just shut it down. So you want to talk about being honorable and loyal, Flibbr? You gave your word on something and went back on it in like 4 hours. And have been doing nothing but hurling personal insults at people and just turning this into wild drama. It was a joke, and it was people wanting to try out new software. End of story. And you blew it up into all of this.
Okay, so rant over. What are you saying, Shinobi?
I just spelled it out. Am I going to have to translate my English for you because you can't understand the English words I'm using?
Okay, well, I'm just wondering what your point is. Is your point that I have acted improperly?
Your ego is so big, and you're such a vagina. You're a bitch, like I said.
Polonus, I can say Polonus.
And
I didn't move him,
banned me
but
from the Telegram
Polonus, please
for
shut
saying
up and let
this
Shinobi.
exact shit. You banned me just because I said exactly what I just
wait,
said.
please. Shinobi, can I ask you one thing, right? I want to hear you out and talk to you, but if you can, like, not rant for, like, a whole paragraph and just, like, condense it to, like, what your grievance is, then I can address it.
So not make my point and just give you a bullet list that you can, like, just deflect as an incomplete argument? No. You asked me to make a point. You asked people to come on here and said something, and I made my argument. If you did not take any meaning out of what I just said, then you have a language comprehension, Flibbr, because I spoke very clearly and very articulately.
Were you saying that I'm trying to understand this. You're saying that I acted improperly because I asked Swapman. I said to Swapman, that the mumble, was nothing to do with Whalepool, yeah. And I said, that should, we should not be running that, yeah.
4 hours after you gave your word, you leave it there, and it was fine, and whatever, we'll see how it goes. It is the same community. It was the same server you control, and it was the same group of people. You gave your word after specifically being asked to clarify whether you would leave the server running, and 4 hours later, you broke your word, and you want to talk about how loyal and honorable you are?
Okay, right. So, the point I made to Swapman was I said that, everything we have done together. And making a decision that splits the community, right? And, as Swapman's even gone on the phone bot, TeamSpeak is the heart of the community. And making a decision that splits people like that and divides them between two different platforms is like a really disruptive decision. And for him to not consult me and talk about that, the implications on that, on the community that we've both put a lot of time and effort into growing together, is wrong. It's not something I would do, and it's disrespectful. And so I said that
it's not disrespectful to offer somebody a choice. This was running for 6 months.
Let me finish.
This has been tried before.
Let me finish. And I said that because of that, you haven't like spoke to me about it, and it hasn't been like a decision we've made together. Like, I've got nothing against Mumble. I even haven't had a look at the Mumble API, and I thought, yeah, it's quite a nice API. We could probably do something with this. I'm open to it. But because he basically just went off on his own without talking to me about like the implications of like a split or moving over, anything like that. It was just the wrong way to do it. And when we're talking with Chris J said, why don't we just leave it as is for a month, and then we'll see how things are. And I said, yeah, sure, because to me it's important that we're all on the same platform and that we're not split up.
Flibbr, that's nonsense. You are not entitled. You do not own the people in this room. We do not have to get your permission to try out another piece of software. A piece of software hosted on the same server that this thing is, with the same name and brand that this is,
Shinobi,
with
I
an
think you're trying
exact
to turn
one
this
for
into
one
something else
correlation of who is a mod. No, I'm not, Jason. I was literally called out by name a half dozen times yesterday while I was text and voice muted and unable to respond to any of it about trying to hijack this community, called a fucking piece of shit, all kinds of other things, and specifically called out by name as, oh, fuck it, we'll just ban him. Trying to literally just say everything I just said now while Flibbr was throwing a tantrum in Telegram. I got banned from Telegram the instant Flibbr was modded again for literally just saying, stop making a big deal out of people wanting to try software. You're being immature, in so many words. I got banned for that, literally. I was fucking text muted here for almost a day. I was voice muted here for almost a day over using different software. This is unfucking believably
I think
immature
he was muted
wrapped up in
because he was
somebody's
threatening
ego.
to DDoS.
No, I was joking, Jason. And anybody here who's saying they don't troll or joke about inappropriate things, get off your high horse. I made a lowbrow joke. Literally everybody in this fucking room does that on a daily basis.
Yeah, I know, but it was like every hour.
Yeah, and people were like messaging me like concerned
I did it
about
4
like
times total,
the security
Jason.
of like themselves and stuff like this.
It was fucking annoying. It wasn't a serious thing. It was just really annoying. You were doing it over and over again. It was just an attempt to get people to join into it.
I counted. It was 4 times total.
It was just an attempt to like, try and get people over to the Mumble, and it was just like I just felt like I was trying to be socially engineered into joining this thing. And then when I went over there, it was just everyone was just yelling at each other, and Beauty Bubble was in there, and you were arguing and shouting and screaming at each other. It's like fuck this shit. I just found it annoying. I just found it annoying. Like whatever, I don't care.
Yeah, and
I'm so
fair,
bored
Chris,
of this conversation
I acknowledge
now.
that. I publicly apologized for that, and have still had people bringing that up as a fucking thing. Like I was legitimately gonna fucking hack the server. It's ridiculous.
It just felt really childish.
For a
and badly
person that can
organised.
recall, it was more than 4 times.
Yeah, it was definitely more than 4 times.
It was
anyway,
more than 4 times. I don't know where you got 4 times from.
It just felt annoying and childish, and I just had more. I had trades. I had things that I was worried. I had more things, important things to do than to worry about all that shit. That's all I had to say. And I was, yes, for the record, I was up for leaving it for a month or so to see where the dust settled. And what I recall from the second conversation was Swapman coming in here asking Flibbr, do you want me to shut it down? And Flibbr saying, yes, I want you to shut it down, and we can do this properly at some stage in the future. If we want to do it properly, we should sit down and discuss it and actually have a flag day where if
I
we
was
do
right here when he said he would leave it running.
That's what I recall.
Yeah, and you put forward some good suggestions, Chris, like about like advanced notification and all this kind of stuff, and I agreed with you, and so yeah, that's fine.
You said, Flibbr, you would leave it alone and we would see how it goes with it running. You said that. You were specifically asked
they had
for
another
clarification on
in the
that
morning
and said that, and then just instantly changed their mind a couple hours later.
Relax. They had another conversation again when we were asleep. They changed their mind in 4 hours. I understand that. It's just as fucked up.
So Shino, you've had a good speech there. Widespread. Come on the.
Hello. Last time you asked me to come on mic, Flibbr, all you did was yell at me, so I'm just making it clear. I'm not really here to yell. I'm just here to chill, man.
Yeah, well, I mean, the thing is, Widespread, is as I just explained in the other room, and I'm just going to TLDR it really fucking quickly, is that, when I run Whale Club, you've got to think that I put a lot of time and effort into building.
I really, you're talking about Whale Club. It's so far past, man. I'm like not even.
Well,
I'm just saying, this is so old. We don't have to refight this stuff.
Okay, well, I'm trying to make it quick, right?
We could all just put it behind us and be friends.
Well, yeah, that's exactly what I did, right? Okay, so if I can just say this, I'm trying to make it quick. And that is, I put a lot of time and effort into Whale Club. You spend a really long time building an identity and a community. And for BTC Snitch to collude and coop, was very, very wrong. And in Whale Club, you would hang around in my room, and I'd always look after you and talk, and I always look after everybody. And after the coup, what you did was you did the wrong thing, right? Because what you did is you hung around in Whale Club.
You said that I did the wrong thing. That's a judgment on your part. You're judging my personal behavior. No.
Let me finish.
Because that's a personal attack.
Let me finish.
That is a
Let me
personal
finish.
attack, and I'm
Let
trying to
me
move
finish
forward.
then. Let me finish then.
I move forward like years ago.
Finish Widespread.
Dude, all I want to do is just finish what I've got to say.
I moved on years
Okay?
ago.
Can I just?
You're still mad.
Can I
I'm
just
not.
finish? Can I just finish what I got to say?
Can't you just go?
Right. Yeah. Okay. Let me finish what I got to say.
Let me finish. Let me finish, guys. Let me just say, let me finish. I'm gonna say, let me finish, but I'm not gonna finish.
I just need to say something. I just need to finish my thought, and I just think of the thing. I just don't want to hear about Whale Club, dude. I'm just serious. Like I'm just not listening. So I mean, you can finish and you can talk, but everybody else is gonna listen. But I'm just tuning you out, dude. You're talking about Whale Club, dude. This shit is ancient.
Yeah. So after the coup was from Whale Club, which was just totally wrong on every single level. What you did was you did the wrong thing.
You were
hung around
pretty wrong back then. Yeah.
Widespread. Will you just fucking let me finish for fuck's sake?
Finish, Flibbr! Just continue fucking talking, bro! Show your balls! Stop being a fucking bitch, bro!
Polonus, what I'm trying not to do is talk over the top and shout like what you're doing, okay? So can you just shut
We just
up?
always want to tell you want to tell everybody how wrong they are all the time.
E-Mike, can I just
You're so
respond to
horrible.
Widespread, please?
No, you always just want to respond to somebody
You're a bad
with some
person.
bullshit, dude.
Can
You
I
just have to know.
Can I just
that you're a bad
fucking
person.
respond to
Oh
Widespread?
yeah, it's your
seriously.
server. Do whatever you want. This is your place. You're the king. Respond, please.
Well,
The
what
Emperor.
I'm asking is for other people to be respectful. If you want to talk, I will shut up and let you say what you want to say. And all I'm asking is for that to be reciprocated.
Right, but you
Flibbr,
just
you
want
call
everybody who's come
people
with an argument. You want to
retard,
tell them
moron,
how
shut
mean
the
they are,
fuck up all the
how fucking
time.
all
And you
all
ask
things
for
are
do that
made
more than
wrong.
anyone.
What did Widespread do back then? I don't even know, but I know that you did a lot of things wrong back then. Maybe Vix did some things wrong.
Okay.
Maybe Helmet did something. Who even cares?
Okay. E-Mike, please let me come to you after Widespread. I just want to do one at a time.
Yeah,
So
you just want
Widespread.
to pick on everybody and try to shut them down and make their
Tell me.
argument invalid.
Tell me, Flibbr.
No,
but you
what
gotta
I'm
give
doing
me if
is
I
I'm
let
addressing.
you completely talk, will you let me rip you a new asshole right afterwards? Because you're about to rip me one. I mean, I'm just
You
saying.
can try. You can try.
Try.
You can try.
I have before. And
So-
you ban me every time because you can't handle it.
Yeah. So
I've been banned like 5 times.
okay. So
Yeah.
So after. Are you done? Are you done?
Oh
Yeah,
my
so
god,
after
dude,
Whale
I just
Club,
went and took fucking 3 bomb rips. I came. And you're still fucking
God, what-
saying, are you done, dude? Come on, dude.
Oh, this guy is ridiculous. Yeah. So Widespread. Yeah. So after the the Whale Club one, what you did was you did the wrong thing, because when Snitch cooped me out of something that we'd worked together on, put a lot of time and effort into, what, and I had always looked after you and always been kind to everybody and stuff. What you did is you decided to stay on Whalepool, and that was wrong, because what you were basically saying was it's okay for you to coop somebody out of out of all the effort they've put in, and you can do that, and I'm going to sanction it by continuing to support this, right?
Flibbr, everything
and
is
that's
about
wrong.
you, buddy.
And-
Everything's about you. It's
and-
about your feelings and your little dick getting hurt.
Widespread,
Like,
Widespread,
Jesus Christ, dude,
Widespread.
you're such a fucking
Seriously.
child. Seriously, you're a
Widespread.
fucking child. No, I'm telling you. You
I'm not
said
calling
your
you any
fucking part,
names.
Flibbr. You said your part. Now shut the fuck up for a
Widespread.
second. You're a goddamn child.
Widespread.
You have
I haven't
narcissistic
finished
personality
talking.
disorder. You can't
Widespread.
handle
You're
having a community that you
continuing
aren't
to
completely
interrupt me.
in. You won't shut the fuck up.
Widespread. Widespread.
No.
You're continuing to interrupt
I'm telling
me.
you the way the fuck shit is, because it's
for
been the
fuck's
same for
sake.
years, dude. It's been the same for years. You haven't given up. You basically you put all this effort into the community to build your own little cult, and you want your followers, you want your mod status. You can't exist without having your mod status, because if you didn't have your mod status, people would come in and say things that you don't like to hear, and you can't handle that, because when people say things you don't like to hear, you ban them. It's kind of funny. I even made that little song, and I took your words. I thought I did a good job with it, but I threw that little band in there for a reason, because that's like your thing, dude. It's been going on for years, and you don't like it when anybody tells you that you're wrong. And I've told you that you're wrong on many occasions, and I'm still nice to you, man. I don't dislike you at all. Like, I don't really, I think you take it the wrong way. Like, I actually appreciate everything that you do for the community. And it's one of these things where I sit back and watch somebody with a horrible personality disorder that hinders them from being able to like deal with these social situations that most adults are able to deal with.
Anything else?
Yeah, because you weren't listening, I know.
No, that's to everything. Yeah. So what I was saying was, when when that happened, so not only did you stay on Whale
you just
Club,
didn't even skip a beat. You didn't listen to a word. You didn't even respond. You already had what you said, what you wanted to say, because all you want to do is talk about fucking Whale Club, dude. Like, I'm so past that. I'm so past that. How long? What year was that? What year was that, Flibbr?
Widespread. With all due respect. Right?
Well, you don't show me respect. You ban me at every occasion. So it's not due respect. You don't give me any respect.
Can you give me the decency to
give
let
me
me
decency,
finish?
Flibbr.
Like even though you interrupted me, I still allowed you
Go
to
add
carry
me back
on,
to the fucking
right?
telegram and
Will
stop being
you
a bitch.
please have the decency to let me finish?
Because all I
now?
did was fuck around and make some jokes, but you can't handle any criticism, so your little ego made you have to go ban me. Because if it's somebody that doesn't agree with you, then you have to ban them. That's what you do, man.
Widespread. You've interrupted me like 3, 4, 5 times now. Okay.
What do you want to talk for a fucking hour, dude? Is this a discussion or is this just you lecturing me? Because I told you I wasn't here to be attacked. I will stand up for myself.
On the one
I'm not a bitch. I'm sorry, the lag's fucking with me. I'm not trying to interrupt you directly like that. I realize now what's happening.
Yeah. So So I'm just I'm TLDRing it really quick. If you just let me finish without interrupting me. Yeah. So after the Whalepool thing, you did the wrong thing by staying on, because you were basically sanctioning like this totally wrong, immoral behaviour. And then so when I went on to Stakepool, you came on to Whalepool TeamSpeak and were shilling Whale Club in there to my face.
Yeah.
Right? And that is widespread. Let me finish.
You can't handle
Let me finish. Let me finish.
You can't even handle the existence of people who might criticize you.
Let me finish. Let me finish.
Come on, man.
Widespread. You want to talk about a social fucking disorder that means you can't deal with shit in public? This is you right now being unable to let somebody finish saying what they've got to say.
You don't like what I'm saying.
Okay, you said I can't handle people giving me criticism. I let you rant for as long as you wanted. Please let me talk. Have the fucking decency and courtesy to let me talk. Yeah, so then you came onto Stakepool, and you were shilling Whale Club to my face in TeamSpeak. Now, I never go to anywhere and shill fucking anywhere else. And so again, that was like really disrespectful. And then you came in the Telegram chat and were shilling it in the fucking Whale Club chat.
No,
and you've got to think that. Let me finish, Widespread. Widespread for the 10th time.
And let me fucking clarify something, Flibbr.
Let me
fucking clarify, because you're fucking lying. You're fucking lying. No, you're fucking lying, and I'm gonna yell and scream at you. Let me fucking clarify. I was fucking posting our goddamn TA show. We were doing once a fucking week, motherfucker. It wasn't about Whale Club. I was making contributions to the community, and all you wanted to do was shit on me because I was friendly with Vix. You are the one who tried to make me out to be some evil person. You're the fucking dickhead. You're the fucking dickhead. You've been the dickhead the whole time, and you can't shut the fuck up and actually listen to me tell you that you're wrong. That everything that you're spinning, this whole yarn that you're spinning, is based on a thread of bullshit that is completely fucking unfounded. You didn't want anything to do with anything that had to do with Whale Club, and you couldn't handle the fact that somebody had a fucking podcast and I shared it. Like, I'm not sitting there like shilling fucking Whale Club.
Seriously.
I was fucking doing a goddamn piece of content for the community, and I invited everybody. I invited people to come on. I mean, I made sure to try to be as open as possible, and I tried to make sure it was a community contribution.
I've actually had to mute you, and I never wanted to do that. The reason why I did that is because you just would not let me finish what I've got to say. So yeah, so you came over and you were shilling this in front of me, something I put a lot of time and effort into.
Accusing him of something and refusing to let him respond to that accusation, in the flow of a conversation with that context.
Shinobi. Yeah, I let you speak, okay? Yeah, so widespread. Yeah, you came over and you were shilling this in front of me. So what you're doing is you're basically capitalizing, right, on all the hard work and effort I've put into something. You're capitalizing on that and you're shilling it in front of my face. I asked you not to and you refused to, okay? And that is just totally fucking wrong and unacceptable. Now, I noticed you coming in the team speak and I didn't say anything. I just thought, let it go. Recently, I noticed you came in my room and what did I do? Absolutely nothing. I thought I won't say anything. I won't cause any drama. I'll just, just let shit go on, and get on with life. And, because whatever, but, and then in the Telegram, even though you have done so much wrong to me, and all I've asked you to do is be respectful by not shilling it to my face. And Shinobi, please wait. And even though all I've asked you to do is not shill it to my face, and just be kind of respectful towards that fact, and you've refused, even though I've done nothing wrong to you, and I've allowed you to come in, you have basically continued to be a complete asshole to me, and on top of that, when I'm trying to talk to you now, you continually talk over the top of me, while at the same time just calling me a load of shit. So now I'm going to unmute you, and you can.
So what I got out of that was that you do this for yourself. You don't do it for other people. I did this. I did that. I do all this stuff. And because of that, the community can't look at you and say that your behavior is out of line, because when the whole thing with the Whale Club happened, I don't agree with how all that shit went down, but I will tell you this. And I will not apologize to you or anybody else. You were acting like a fucking asshole, dude. You deserve to get banned temporarily. And you do it every 5 months. You're doing it now. I'm here because you fucking kicked me out of the Whalepool group for just poking a little fun at the fact that you got booted because you got butthurt. You're the one, you're the mod, dude. You run this stuff. You're the mod. Why do you even have to have such a small ego?
Let him talk, man.
You did just tell me I was wrong about everything.
I'm busy.
I mean, I was wrong about having associations with BTC VIX. I did have a community podcast I was trying to do, and I tried to come in and invite people to participate in it. And when people were saying that they didn't want to participate in something with Whale Club because of all the bullshit, I offered to do it in Whalepool, but I got nothing in response because I was even associated over there. So I was basically you tell me that I'm evil for associating with somebody else, but what happened is that all of you, and I say you specifically because you're the one who made sure to tell everybody how bad I was for traitor or whatever, all this bullshit that you came up with over some internet fucking bullshit. Jesus fucking Christ, dude. Come on.
Yes, if you're going to capitalize on all my hard work and rub it in my face,
you excluded me from the social
wrong.
group.
But
you made sure
you seem to say that I'm such an asshole.
You made sure that I was.
Why didn't you tell me? Because while I was busy working away on the website upgrade in the background, BTC Snitch was off coordinating a coup. So I'm there working away.
Why are you getting cooped now?
And he's playing coop. So why don't you tell me?
Why does it
take
keep
this
happening,
opportunity
Flibbr?
now to tell me what I was
is the common
doing
thread here?
What is it, Widespread?
Every time, what is the common thread? Who's always the middle of everything?
Widespread, I'm asking you a really simple question.
No, you didn't answer my question. Who's in the middle of all the coups? Like, who's the one that's always getting cooed because every few months they have a fucking mental break and they end up in some stupid drama and they act out, and somebody else who's also an adult refuses to be treated like that and stands up for themselves, and then you have to sit there and beat them down to maintain your authority? Like, why can't you just allow other people to exist?
I'm not beating you down. I'm asking you a really
beat me down
question.
from the moment I came in here.
That's
bullshit.
You're saying that I'm such an
upset
asshole.
with you because of how bullshit you fucking came at me, dude. You don't even give me a fucking chance. You never gave me a chance from the fucking beginning. You decided I was an evil person back like years ago, and you haven't been fucking right to me since.
What? I'm asking, Widespread. I'm asking you, why was I such an asshole at Whale Club? What is that? Because again, I was doing
seriously,
exactly the
why
same
the fuck
thing.
does this keep happening? The problem is you can't answer this question. Like, you can't answer this question because you have the perspective bias.
Okay,
but if you go sit down and ask anybody around you, they'll go, "Yeah, Flibber's fucking kind of crazy, and he fucking goes off every few months. And he ends up starting some fight with somebody." And I'm happy. Like, I'm happy to let you just fucking hate me because I'll fucking tell you what the deal is.
What is the deal, Widespread? Come on, let's get to the bottom of it.
You've got some form of narcissistic personality disorder, and you can't hold on to this little thing without being a mod. You know what? You could really prove to everybody if you wanted to just prove to everybody that you like. It would guarantee that I wouldn't mess with you at all, and I would gain a lot of respect for you. Is just to say when something crazy goes down, you get really upset. To just stop, take a step back, and say, "Look, this." Like, I want to contribute because I care about the community. But if I can't be the leader of this community because it causes so much drama, I'll take a step back for a little while and let things calm down. And if somebody like makes a little fun of me in the meantime, I'll take it because I'm a man and I can handle it, and I'll still be here. Swap Man, I've called Swap Man a Nazi a bunch of times. I've told him off a few times, but Swap Man's a fucking adult, and I respect him. Because of the fact that he's an adult and he can always come back and reset and not hold everything, every little thing that you've ever said against him. I mean, like, that's what being an adult is about, is knowing how to live and forgive.
Please, for fuck's sake, tell me what the problem is.
Dude, you just go on these like crazy things where you somehow get your authority threatened. What is the crazy thing? You go on some crazy emotional journey because your authority gets threatened, or somebody like gets you the wrong way. They get to your ego, and as soon as it's an emotional thing. Like, I can't explain logically what triggers your emotion, but I can observe the fact that your emotions get triggered sometimes, and you end up like making enemies with somebody, you end up fighting with them, and then you don't give up, and you've got the mod power, and then you end up banning people, and you just don't know how to deal with it like an adult. And because of that, people go behind your back and they make plans against you because they know talking to you like I am right now doesn't work. So they end up going around your back and cooing you, and you get super mad about that. But I'm telling you, this is an emergent behavior among human beings, and part of the problem is how you act.
Okay. Clearly, we're never going to see eye to eye. That's fine. Whatever.
Because I'm evil and you're evil. We're both horrible people.
No, I just think that you basically don't have a fucking leg to stand on. E-Mike.
Because
he left because he was sick of your shit, Flibbr.
That's narcissistic personality disorder. That's like a manifestation right there. That response is like, if I was, man, I mean, sit a therapist in this fucking chat room.
Is there anybody else who I haven't heard from yet who's got anything to say?
Yeah, because I distract you. I'm getting off. Later, Flibbr. I love you, though, bro. I love everything you fucking contributed to the community, man. You've done a whole fucking lot, and nobody can take that away from you, all right? So don't think that some little bullshit is like ruins
But you
want
to unban Yebble, Flibbr, so he can come on and say something? Because he has something to say, but you banned him.
Unban who?
Yebble chick.
Let me see if I can on mobile. what's his ban message, IP or something, to find it on the ban list.
Hold on.
But I'll tell you why he didn't wreck me, Widespread, and that is because I stand on the moral high ground. And the reason why that is because I've never acted in any way to coop anybody. You say, why does this drama follow me? It's because I run and manage the communities well. I encourage good behavior. I encourage people to listen and talk to one another.
Do good leaders get cooped every few months?
BTC Snitch, was on like a power grab for his shill money. Fristican wanted his shill money. Swapman just had a wobbler. My efforts to coop anybody remain zero.
Yeah, because you only accept a situation where you're in charge. Otherwise, you leave.
But I've never not been in charge. So I've never
because you refuse to take a position where you're not in charge. I mean, it's a self-fulfilling thing.
Why would I choose to?
Well, I'm confused. Why is this an issue anyway? That's like saying
the whole thing's about control.
That an owner of a company wishes to step down because of nothing.
Is he an owner of the company?
Oh, I'm the joint creator of this community. I was the joint creator of Stake Pool, and I was a joint creator of Whale Club.
You know the difference between a business and a community, though, right? Like, I run a community group here in real life. Like, we have a social club. It's got 10,000 people on Facebook. Like, it's not built around one person. If it's built around one person owns it, then it's just going to die. Like, it becomes a segregated community by design. Like, the only way to have a real community, not a business that you own. If you think of this as a business and you're the CEO, then you own it. That's fine, but everybody that contributes should understand that they're contributing to your ego, not necessarily back to themselves. Like, who are you working for? You see what I'm saying? Like, you either let people buy in and take ownership and be a part of the community and own a little piece of it themselves. Otherwise, it's always yours and you hold tight control over it. If you let go a little bit, it would allow other people, because everybody's got their ego. Everybody needs to feel a little bit of ownership. And because of that, if you let go a little bit and allow some dissonance to happen, allow some people to not necessarily, like people you maybe butt heads with, to exist without like making it, railing against them and making it your life's journey to destroy them,
this is exactly
then
what
you
I
would have
do.
a larger community.
This is exactly what I do. I don't get involved in the main room. I let that room run exactly how it wants to run. I don't get involved in the Polish room. Yeah, I let each room do whatever the fuck it wants, because I have my own room. And whatever goes on in the other rooms is whatever the fuck goes on.
And you have like the server key, so you don't ever have to worry about, like, if anything ever happens, you have the control. What I'm saying is that like at the end of the day, it comes down to control. And when you decide somebody's evil, you get to kick them and do whatever. And like, that's how it works, man. You've responded like that multiple times with me, where like I'll say something and poke a little fun at you, and you just fucking ban me. And it's just like, I wish you would just respond.
Yeah, but we're still waiting to get unbanned.
Yeah, have you pasted me like what his ban message is?
Davey just put it in the box.
In the meanwhile, off topic. Shinobi, don't you agree with that chat box? Don't you agree that you were calling people all the time as a retards and stuff like that?
No, I did that when I first got here, but for the past
like 1 week
3
ago,
or 4
let's
months,
say.
I have consistently made an effort to not do that, and have only really used language like that either jokingly or in response to somebody coming at me in a very personal manner, which happens quite frequently here.
Okay,
I have never interacted with Flibbr without him calling me a retard or telling me to shut the fuck up, or all kinds of other insults, which is why I think it's insane and hilarious when he makes these claims about how respectful he is and how he encourages good behavior. It's ridiculous. Almost every interaction we've had is him telling me, shut the fuck up, retard, or something along those lines.
One question. So you didn't use ad hominem arguments basically on this TeamSpeak, right? Only at first day or something.
No, I'm never saying.
This is
I'm
your
not
point.
saying I have never done that. I'm
No,
saying that I did
I'm
that
saying
frequently when I
something
first
different.
got here, and I have not really done that in the recent couple
I'm
months.
saying
and
that
I've
you
made a
have been
very conscious
constantly
effort
doing
to
that.
not do
Do
so.
you agree with that or not?
No.
Hey.
The reason.
Shinobi, I think it was like 2 weeks ago, you was calling everyone retards. I think Fishek was in here at the time, and he was like, "What are you doing?" I think he muted you too.
This is why I asked
When?
about this.
Over what?
Yeah.
Like what context? Because you're
Bob
just saying
was in
things.
here too, and you was anyone that got involved into the conversation, you just yelled out retards. You're
What
retards.
was it about?
Mate, I don't know, but I know you.
Yeah, again,
you
so
did.
you're just throwing a vague memory out there? Like, what are you talking about? In what context? What was going on? Were people throwing insults
What was
at
the
me?
context
Because
where I called
one of the things I
57 people
just
retards?
said was I do not speak in that manner unless I am spoken to in that manner first. Was one of the first prefaces I made to my statement. So again, give me more context. Because you're just saying things and pretty much trying to paint me with a certain character image with absolutely no specific thing to cite.
Shinobi, you talk a lot, man.
I do. What does that have to do with calling people a retard all the time for no reason and with no instigation whatsoever?
It's just irrelevant.
What is this ban message? Where is it? Can you repaste it?
So Flibber's over here like fucking posting on Twitter about wrecking people on Whalepool right now. Any bitches out there got anything to say? Come on. I guess I'm the bitch. I guess you wrecked me. I just like this whole thing's so silly, man. Like how old are we? I don't know. I'm an engineer. I have a professional engineering license. I talk to like mayors, council people, like as part of my daily job, and just man, this is so far away from like the level of kind of maturity that I'm used to dealing with. That's why I don't come on here that much. But I would love to have a place where I could hang now and then and talk price action because I do have some input, and I'd like to feel like, you know, I'd like to feel like when I come in the room, Flibber, that you're not looking at me with suspicion. Like I got no beef against you except for this little stuff that keeps happening. It's just because it splits the community. It creates all this drama and it distracts from like what this thing's really about. You know.
Widespread. While you're off talking to mayors and being an engineer, whatever, I'm in TeamSpeak or I'm in Telegram.
So this
every
is your
day,
life.
24/7. Yeah, this is my life.
So it's really fucking important.
Yep.
I mean, what I'm saying is like take a step back because you still have this. Like you I've told you this the first time, man. Like the community followed you for a reason. You've got a good personality. Like you've got redeeming qualities. Okay, like you can't take any constructive criticism though. That's the problem. Like one little thing and you start, it gets to you. You can't handle any kind of criticism. But like, man, you made it so far. It's just like it's these like debilitating problems. It's how you respond, man.
You say, how can I don't handle criticism and just listen to you the last hour? I mean, at the end of the day, you know, widespread is, you know, I did let
your attitude is you're wrecking people on TeamSpeak.
Yeah,
like it's your attitude that's the problem.
Yeah, because you know if what's wrong with that?
Because it's a problem. Like you can't even see it's a problem. Like this is the whole. It's I mean really, it's like sitting on a therapist, you know, couch and talking to somebody who really thinks that there's two people in the room, and you can't tell them there's not two people in the room, but there's not two people in the room. But you know, when you're sitting there and it's just one person's voice and another person's voice, and that person's just saying, you know, what about this other person that's in the room, and they really believe it, and that's all they like. Their perception bias is that strong that their reality is completely based around there's another person that doesn't actually exist. Like that's what I feel like right now because you're just
imagine this,
you know, to a wall.
Imagine this widespread. Imagine you spent 2 years, you know, putting in a lot of time and effort into building a business, right? And
it's
then
still
imagine,
be there for you,
let me
Flibber.
finish.
Like nobody's going to take this away from you. They've tried.
Widespread. And then imagine that your
But you're going to split your own community, and you're going to lose a whole bunch of people.
Let me finish. Widespread. I hope that you don't interrupt people in real life as you do now, Now imagine
You
that
just like
your
to talk,
partner.
Flibbr. I have to get a word in edgewise.
Imagine that your partner then cooped you out of your business.
I've also heard this like 20 times.
After all your time and effort you put in, they cooped you out of it, right?
Skip to track 3 of the CDs.
And I've been working in your business alongside you. And then imagine that after you got cooped out, I then, became kind of like CTO.
Yes,
and then
people
imagine
are little bitches sometimes, but that doesn't mean that adults shouldn't expect
that I then came up to you
to be
and
more
then
mature.
shilled that business in front of you. Does that sound good to you? That's why you wrote.
I was doing a fucking podcast, Flibbr. You make it out to be so fucking dramatic. I was doing a podcast,
exactly how
and
it
I
is,
tried
right?
to invite you or anybody else, and then when I talked to you and you told me you had a problem, I said, man, let's do one over here. I'll do one, and I'll do one back to back, but you were so strong in, like, if you don't drop everything and choose me because I'm righteous, like, just so fucking silly, man. Like,
so let's use the same example.
Break. That's such a dick stroking move, dude.
Okay, so let's use the same example. So let's just say that I'm now CTO of the business you've just been cooped out of. I'm shilling it to you, and I'm saying, but it's okay, Widespread. I'll come and do half of my contracting work with you. How does that sound?
No, because that's like getting paid.
Am I okay all of a sudden?
There's a difference between getting paid and doing something for free. And yeah, offering to do contracting for somebody would be kind of an insult. But to say, look, I understand there's this whole rift in the community.
I
like being part of this other community, but at the same time, I hope you would have enough respect to allow me to also do the same thing with y'all, because I don't want to leave you out. Then I would hope that you would interpret that through a different lens, not completely through your own head, and say, this is a person that's just trying to do what's right. And I may not agree with everything about it, but I should try to at least participate, because otherwise I would look like a total fucking petty ass douchebag.
I'm glad you talk about doing what's right. Doing what's right,
because you've been circle jerking for years about what's right, but you completely base it around your own opinion and your own kind of mindset and perspective, but you really don't have any empathy for anybody else, even though you kind of try to act like it.
Doing what's right is not me working in the company that you got cooped out of, becoming the CTO of the company, and then shilling that company to you, and then you asking me not to, and me refusing to. That is not what's right. So thank you for talking about what's right. Wrecked.
I don't know if saying wrecked at the end makes it wrecked. I think that was kind of silly. I was actually kind of fucking...
I'm glad you've got a good defense.
I mean, how could I...
Flibbr, you gotta listen to him. I don't think he was like... I think he's trying to make amends, He's not really coming at you. He's trying
I've never done anything but help Flibbr, man. I've tried to talk to him about this before, and all he does is attack me and yell at me, and then I become another enemy for 6 months. I only came in here the first time, like, years ago, when this whole Whale Club thing happened, when he got so mad at me, because I wanted to talk to him and tell him, man, like, you're dividing the community, you're injecting all this animosity, that, like, you can be the bigger man. Like, somebody else did you wrong, but you can still be the bigger man, and you will gain from it. But he chose instead to look at me and say that I was an evil person, and so I just chose not to participate here ever. And every chance that he acted the exact same way that he did towards me to other people, I would tell them like this is what he does, because it's a pattern, because it happens over and over and fucking over, and this goes on and on and on, and anybody that's been here has seen it. Like, I know you're not going to agree with me. You're going to say something. You're going to deflect. But everybody here that's listening knows what the fuck I'm talking about. Like, this has been a problem for a long time.
This has been a problem just for years.
Wait,
this problem's also been for years.
Okay, I'll come to you in a second. But Widespread, what I continue to do is work
He's got to
hard
attack you personally,
to manage
one
and
at a
build
time.
the community. Widespread, I'm not attacking him personally. I'm going to address.
No, you attacked me personally from the start, which is why I've laid into you and told you. But like, you kind of started this when I came in. Wait, I'll get to you, Widespread. Like you already knew that you were here. You knew that you were wanting to tell me off instead of saying, "Hey, Widespread, what was up with
because
that, man?"
when I give you the benefit of the doubt
if you had come to me
and
and
allow
been
you
just
to
a
hang
little
out
bit,
and chill out in
just
my
a
room,
little bit humble,
and you,
I would
you
have
know,
been more
and
than
let
happy
bygones
just be
be
like,
bygones.
you
and
don't
you
let bygones
continued...
be bygones. You've
Well,
held
that's
this
exactly what I
grudge from the
did.
beginning.
That's
So
exactly
I'm
what I
happy
did,
to
wasn't
play
it?
into it with you. You seem to enjoy it.
Wasn't me allowing you to continue to hang around in my room just and not talking about anything? Wasn't that just letting bygones be bygones and
Yeah,
just
I
moving
guess
on?
so. Sometimes I just forget to fucking move out of the room, and I apologize for that because I'll like get baked. It'll be late night, and I'll fucking go to sleep. You know,
Well,
and like
that was me letting bygones be bygones.
it's cool, man.
And
like
and
you can
and,
move me
and,
out of
and
the
all I
room.
got
That
back,
isn't like a big deal.
and
Banning
all
me
I
from
got
Telegram
and all I got back in
is kind of like that's a punitive action.
And all I
you did
got
take
back
that
in return
action.
was the same
You are the
shit as
mod. You're
attitude.
expected to be more of an
Kicker.
adult than the users.
Kicker, I want to talk to you because you keep trying to defend Widespread, but Widespread is here, firstly, continually talking over the top of me. Secondly,
he's
you
not.
talk over me the whole time.
No, I've been.
You've talked over me the whole time.
I'm trying to like mediate it, but you are talking over him a lot and not letting him talk very much.
No, Kicker, I'm talking. He cuts into me while I'm talking. So I try to continue
you can
talking.
Talk for hours.
Well, I try to continue talking. He just continues interrupting me, and how many times
you're
do I
telling
let
the
him
same
interrupt
story
me?
He's trying to make amends,
He was
and
interrupting me, calling me a fucking
he's
dickhead.
apologizing.
It's like the
for
saga
it.
of the Whale Club
Kicker.
over and over again. It's like you relive it just to
Kicker.
like keep your anger alive. Like, I mean, come on, man. Like,
Kicker.
why are we even here talking about this?
I don't know. Go to bed, Kicker. I don't know why you're like defending him when he's like
with your inconvenient opinions.
Not only talking over the top of me, but like while calling me a dickhead at the same time. Like
you're calling him names too.
No, I didn't call him any names. And this is while I'm explaining to you about the fucking immoral actions and fucking.
I'm such a horrible person.
Yeah, I understand what
just
happened,
have to tell
but
me I'm a horrible person.
he gave you his side too. He was just making a podcast. He didn't really mean any malice by it.
Look, the point is that I spent
I
a
was
long
openly
time,
like
a lot of
courting
effort
participation from both sides. I was hoping to act as a little bit of a bridge, but because Flibbr could not handle the existence of something that bothered him, and all of a sudden it was immoral, its mere existence, that my involvement in it made me immoral, even though I really wasn't involved in anything that was the split itself.
I forgot what you said, Kicker, because I was trying to answer you, but Widespread just kicked in again. What did you say again? Sorry.
I said I don't think he meant any malice by it, and he was trying to tell you his side of the story. And you're just kind of going on about your side and not really letting him say his side.
Well, I mean, when you say that
we've talked over each other pretty equally. I'm just going to mediate that. We have equally talked over each other. I'm happy to call it even on that.
Well, I'm definitely not. but yeah,
that's
say
fine.
That
that's you.
He's being pretty
that's
rational.
Your kind of personality, too. And I'm more of a let's meet in the middle guy.
I genuinely think Flip is a sociopath. I don't think he fully actually understands his impact on the community and how he comes across. He's incapable of comprehending how he is towards other people.
I think so.
I think you can bring as much reason and sense into this as you want, and he's absolutely incapable of processing it and understanding it or even seeing it.
I mean, every time I've come and talked to him, it's never. I mean, Flibbr, I love you. I wish I could reach you. I mean, it's not for you. It's for everybody listening because they get it. And I mean, I don't know. People need to figure out their place, but they don't need to be, subject to somebody who's going to emotionally abuse them just because they disagree. Just because you ally yourself with the wrong people that you decide you dislike, that all of a sudden, whenever you interact with them, you have to make sure to make them feel horrible, tell them they're a horrible person, they made immoral choices because they didn't respect your ego butthurt. And I'm serious. Like that is a very fundamentally moral. Morally atrocious position to take with other people. That shows that you only see other people as objects that are to be used for
widespread.
yourself.
Just waiting for your next point where you can speak. Just listen to him.
To change
He's being pretty rational. Like just let him speak.
He's talking a load of shit.
It's probably because you heard it before. It's sociopath. That's it.
Generally, it's a sociopathic trait. It's like he's incapable of seeing the market. Like he's.
Okay, let's go to
There is one thing.
I mean, I've tried.
Widespread. Come on, let's go to Aztec. Come on, then, Aztec.
Yeah, go
for it.
Yeah, I'm telling you, you're a sociopath, but it's irrelevant to the situation because you have no empathy or sympathy or even comprehension of the way you come across to other people. You're fucking rude, man. Absolutely fucking rude. And do you think the community is going to stand by and just sort of allow you to, I don't know, just, I guess, step on everyone and fucking just, we will stand up against it.
That's a good point.
I don't think Flibbr's rude.
He's fucking rude.
That's a good point.
I think Flibbr's a pretty good guy.
That's a good point, Aztec. I mean, if the community, didn't want to stand by me, then they wouldn't have gone from Whale Club to fucking Stake Pool. They wouldn't have gone from Stake Pool to Whale Pool.
You know what? That is so sociopathic of you to think that. There was a hell of a lot more people than you in that group that decided to merge from Whale Club, which we were all a part of,
but they didn't have to, did they?
Stake Pool.
But they didn't have to, did they?
It was Firstican's group, wasn't yours.
No, it wasn't.
It's so bizarre. I mean, look, I understand that I can bring logic to the table. I also understand that it's going to be very difficult for you to comprehend. So the thing is that it's a lost time. It's just bullshit. You did not start Stake Pool. That was not yours. That was Flibbr. Yes. That was Firstican's. It was Firstican's.
I made a song for y'all back when y'all didn't have Whalepool yet. I pushed it in the bottom because I supported y'all going somewhere in the community, find a new home, even if it wasn't at Whale Club. I just wanted to post that for posterity.
You weren't even in Stake Pool, Flibbr. Like, you were in there mildly. We were there daily.
Aztec, you know nothing.
Yeah, of course I know nothing. That's right. Yeah, I mean, look, we were there. Like, you seem to forget this. We were the ones that actually moved from Whale Club to Stake Pool.
Who moved first?
It was a combined effort after we figured out, once I figured out that there was once it was Adam that figured out the recording, which essentially was just showed that Firstican was selling out everyone.
Tell me who the admins were on Stake Pool.
Myself? You were an admin? I mean, what do you mean? We were all there, Flibbr. You don't seem to grasp, but we were all there.
Aztec. There were 3 admins. There was myself, there was Firstican, and there was Swapman. That's it.
Yeah, okay. I mean, what do you say to somebody who's
were you in
so
the Stake Pool
convinced?
fucking mod chat on Telegram, were you? No, that's right, you weren't. Thank you.
You clearly believe in what you're saying. You clearly believe in what you're saying. So the thing is that what else do I say?
I absolutely believe
you're right,
you were not an
you're completely
on
right.
Stake Pool.
You totally know what you're talking about. I mean, what do you want me to say? You conjure up bullshit in your head and you believe it, and then you act on it. I mean, what else is there to say?
The reason why we used Stake Pool is because we already had the domain and we already had the TeamSpeak, so it was an easy transition to move to a different platform. But it was a combined effort between myself, Swapman, and Firstican. You had nothing to do with it.
Yeah, okay.
Went AWOL.
That's right. You've got seriously just so disillusioned to reality. Let the future be proof, like this is going to happen again and again and again. And do you know, when it happens again, just remember, you'll always have an excuse for this, but you will not understand that you are largely the direct cause of a lot of this shit.
Let me just clarify for you. While Vix was planning his coup, I was working away on upgrading the website because I had some really cool ideas. Okay? I didn't do anything. When Firstican launched his coup, I was in bed asleep. Like, I was fine the one day in the training room. The next day, Firstican had done a coup, and Swapman was messaging me saying, Firstican, again, nothing to do with me. This one, again, I'm just sitting in the Telegram, I'm sitting in the TeamSpeak, I'm chilling out. The next thing I know, all this shit's going down. So this is like, I don't know why you're trying to blame this on me. Some kind of
have a look at the people in here.
You've got going.
Have a look at the people in here. All the people. There's so many people have joined this group because they've heard it on the YouTube channel. They've come here. We all know you're full of shit. We all know that those are not the events that happened as you are saying. right? So the thing is that I get that you think that other people will believe in it, but we were all there.
Well,
we knew what
Donald
happened.
Trump really believes that his was the biggest inauguration
it's
ever.
Fucking
Like
bizarre to hear.
he
It's
mentally
bizarre to hear
can't
somebody
handle.
recollects actions that
Swap
never
Man
fucking happened.
will corroborate everything I have just said. There you go.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, you literally do not have a leg to stand on.
So the reason
saying you literally don't have a leg to stand on is not an argument.
It's not, but it's cute.
It's just so bizarre. Like, you can't sort of give rationality to somebody who's irrational, but he doesn't see this. So what do you do?
How am I being irrational by just talking about the facts that you were nothing to do with stake pool?
We, as a group, as a community, all went to stake pool. We were all there when it happened. We were all originally part of Whale Club, right?
And the reason why people
for you
went
to sit there and
stake
say
pool,
that what people followed me to Whale Club, like to stake pool, is totally fucking false, man.
The reason why people went to stake pool is because they looked at what BTC Snitch did to myself.
No, for the most part, enough people moved over where people came for the content. Like, that's how this whole thing works.
Plenty of people didn't want to come to stake pool. Plenty of people didn't want to come to stake pool because you were there.
Came to stake pool because what BTC Snitch did was
you
wrong.
brought the right people from the community, and you had a good community base. You have to have the seed, and yeah,
those right people did the right thing. Those right people did the right thing. What they did is they saw what Snitch did, and they thought, Flibbr has put a fucking lot of work into that. And for you to do things like that was completely wrong. And because of that, I'm gonna choose the right side. What is the right thing to do? I'm not going to be a part of that.
But what
do you say about that?
What if somebody were to say, "I don't mean anything by it"?
It's just so bizarre.
But I am going. Like, I would like to be a part of both these communities, because even if I don't like the person who leads the community, there's other people in the community that I would like to still keep connections with. But I can't just cut myself off completely from a social group altogether just because one person got their feelings hurt, no matter how much they contributed. That's completely and totally self-interested.
It's about being cooped out of,
it's about your feelings.
I don't think what you had feelings. I don't think he meant any malice with what he did. And
Flibbr
he
is the one
apologized for it, and just
sees it that way.
Be understanding for him, Flibbr. Like, just listen to what he has to say, and just kind of take it in and understand it. I'm not choosing sides or anything. Like, I talk to you every day, Flibbr, but I think you're being kind of irrational towards widespread.
How so?
Okay, so you want people to come in here and give them your opinion, Flibbr, but you just ban somebody instead of letting them speak their mind. You just slander them. You just slander them and then give them no opportunity to defend themselves, to put up a counter argument. And you just are you serious?
Who are you talking about?
Oh yeah, I guess BTC Vix just came in and got banned.
Yeah,
are you serious, Flibbr? You're a model of respect, and you give people a chance to speak.
I don't even care about the Vix
You just
drama.
slandered the fuck out of somebody while they were right here, and instead of letting them respond, instead of letting them defend their own character, you just banned them. Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not
because
kidding you.
That's the base of everything. Because if there were a different side to be told of that, then all of a sudden, I don't know, when he looks at me and says it's a moral problem that you made a choice of which people to socialize with. Oh my god.
Are you incapable, widespread?
Let him talk. Vix is here. Let him fucking talk, Flibbr. You say you're here to let people speak their mind. Let him speak his mind.
No.
I don't see the point of relitigating all this Whale Club stuff. Flibber's the one that brought it up. I was gonna say, hey Flibbr, all this stuff that's going on right now, today, which is the reason why I came in here, all the stuff with the Mumble server and everything else, just just like let it happen, man. Like it's totally cool. You got your own thing. Like you have your kingdom. Like you don't have to be the only king that exists. Like something can exist outside of the purview of your control, and it's still like totally cool, man. Like it doesn't reduce your worth whatsoever. Like you're a worthwhile member of the community. Like you make a lot of contributions. It's just this like total personality disorder thing that you have a problem with.
Are you delusional to the fact that when I got cooped out of Whale Club, I'm not stopping it running. When, we separated from Pristicum with Stakepool, I didn't stop it running. So you're saying that these other
But you made
groups
sure to
can't
slander
exist.
everybody.
You say these things can't exist. Well, they can exist.
No, there's a way. There's a way of doing it with humility and not by like basically slandering everybody and telling everybody that if you choose to not be with me, if you choose them, well, you're a horrible person. If you go, if you over there with your sticking, that he did me wrong, and he did me wrong. I know he didn't do you wrong, but because he did me wrong, you should never have anything to do with him. And I mean, look, that's a decent enough argument, but there's always going to be a few people who that doesn't have any effect on them. And they just don't see it that way, and or because of other reasons that you don't understand, would rather not maybe follow you. Maybe somebody saw that you have a personality problem, and even though somebody did you wrong,
I don't have a
part of
problem.
the basic problem lies within you, and it's going to happen over and over again. So I'd rather take my chances with the people that did you wrong than try to go with the person who has kind of this intractable personality issue that causes antisocial behavior, and also like a Machiavellian, like narcissistic complex where you have to be in charge and everybody has to like you, otherwise they're not welcome there. And like you've created this whole little cult, man. You've done a pretty damn good job.
Widespread. I don't have any kind of personality problem whatsoever, but if I work very hard on something and somebody steals it from you, if you choose to go with what was been stolen from you, then you are not a friend of mine.
Okay, let me say this, right?
And that's okay. We don't have to
BTC
be friends.
Vix.
But all I ask is for you not to shill that shit in front of my face, which is all I asked you to. And you couldn't. I was happy to let you can be in the Telegram group and be on the TeamSpeak. And all I asked you to do was not shill what was stolen from me.
You just need to be a little bit more of an adult. Like you were so much over a fucking podcast, dude. I didn't like shill the Whale Club Telegram group. I wasn't shilling the fucking TeamSpeak. I was saying, hey, actually at a certain time of day, because you wouldn't even allow me to do anything in your TeamSpeak. So at that point, where the fuck else am I going to go, man? So either do a Google Hangout. Like I didn't know how to do Google Hangouts at the time, and like. I just was doing a thing. Like, if you saw somebody doing something for the community, you didn't support them. That's on you, man, not me. Like, I was doing something positive.
And if somebody cooped you out of your business, and I was the secretary, and I become CTO, and I was like, dude, I'm just doing my thing, You'd be like, yeah, but that was stolen off me, and you're kind of going along with that theft. Yeah? I mean, you say I have a personality problem.
Did I steal a fucking podcast from you? Because I was doing a podcast, and there was no other place for me to do it. You wouldn't even allow me to do it there. You wouldn't even allow me to do it in your space.
No, I wouldn't. Why would I allow you?
So then you decided to never allow me to be forgiven.
Yes.
From the very beginning.
And I'm going to tell you why. The reason
because you're
why.
An asshole. And you just admitted it.
Dude, let me speak.
Like, you're being
Don't
very
call me an
clear
asshole.
about it.
Just let me speak. I'm going to tell you why I didn't allow you to shill your Whale Club stuff to me. And the reason why is because
you can just fucking block me.
Okay, well, in the community
actually, you have
that
blocked
I'm
me.
managing.
You blocked me on Twitter and on Telegram.
Okay. Oh yeah.
For like
absolutely I
2
did.
years.
Yeah, absolutely I did.
And you keep kicking me out of the Telegram group for like nothing.
Well,
it's every time you get cooped because you have a personality problem and you keep getting.
I know why you keep repeating this personality problem.
Yeah,
it's not an argument.
Stuff too.
It's
about
not a
BTC Vix and how I'm a horrible person. But what I'm saying is true, and everybody else knows it.
The reason why I didn't allow you to shove that shit in front of my face is because you were riding the coattails of my hard work and effort. My hard work and effort in raising brand awareness and building a community, and you were riding them coattails and shilling that in front of my face. And you know what? Fairly and reasonably, I said to you, please do not do that in front of my face. Don't do it in the Telegram I'm in and I'm running. Don't do it in the TeamSpeak I'm in and I'm running. That's all I asked you to do, and you couldn't fucking do it. You want to talk about personality problems? That would be one.
Didn't even want a fucking podcast to be posted. A Bitcoin price action TA podcast could not be posted in a Bitcoin TA group because you didn't like the branding. And then I told you I would just make another podcast.
As I just explained.
No. Shut the fuck up for a second. Listen, because I told you in the room when you made a big deal out of it and you confronted me and you told me it was a problem and you gave me a choice as to whether I could basically like choose now or I'll be your enemy forever. Like we had that whole moment in a private room. Like, I can't remember how long ago. And I said, look, man, if I do this, what if I just took it and I made a different version that only had just the TA part of it, and we didn't say anything about Whale Club on it? Can I make that and do a separate recording and post it in the group? You told me no. Like, I couldn't even share the actual fucking, like, price action part. Like, we did a little thing at the front. It's like, Whale Club set up Sundays. It was just fun, man. Like, I posted on my own fucking, like, SoundCloud. I mean,
what I actually said back to you is that if you want to do it under the stake pool branding, then not only could you do it in with stake pool, but also
I wouldn't be able to do it with anybody else. So I'd have to give up all the people who had been coming on the little podcast.
That I would give you,
and I would have nobody because nobody volunteered for.
Please let me finish. That I would give you a whole fucking section on the website. I would like build a section on the website for you and
that
like
is
make
bullshit.
it a feature.
You never fucking offered that.
Yes, I
Come
did.
on, dude.
Yes, I did. Yes, I fucking well did.
Now.
Go and check the logs.
Just so you can try to
go and check the logs.
The logs.
I said to you, if you
what the fuck
if you
did
do
we
this
talk?
on,
that was verbal.
If you do this on, okay, well I said to you, if you do this on stake pool, I will build you a section
bullshit.
on the
You know,
website,
I don't even have the logs from that long ago. Like you just threw something out that you knew I couldn't prove to try to sound like authority or something. I mean, come on, man. Like
no,
the logs. You said that verbally.
That's what
if you said it at all, and I don't remember any of that.
Okay, well,
you tried to make me choose, and because you tried to make me choose, I realized you were a small person and you couldn't handle it. And like I couldn't, I had no guarantee that when I went back and told them no and said see you later, that anything was actually going to happen. And we were doing a good thing, man.
You're defending this guy.
I'm not defending him. I'm just trying to reason on both sides. Like I talk to you every day, Flibbr, but I'm listening to Widespread, and he's sounding pretty rational, and you're not listening to what he's saying, and you're just waiting for the next spot that you can speak and say something just completely derailed from what he's trying to say.
How rational
Part of the problem is Flibbr knows he did me wrong from the very beginning, so he watches me. Anytime I say anything, yeah, you did me fucking wrong from the very beginning. You put me in the middle of your drama, Flibbr. That was your fucking drama. You put me in the middle of it. You tried to make me your conduit so that you could fight with BTC VIX through me and like ruin my experience with the Bitcoin community. Like that's what you try to do. You try to exile me from the largest Bitcoin community because. Yes, no, that's exactly what it was over. Like this whole thing, you just spent all this time talking about how BTC VIX did you wrong, and I was wrong because I stuck around and hung out with them. Like, give me a fucking break, dude.
Yes.
Like,
okay. Let me talk to Kicker because Kicker, you're saying he sounds rational. So let's go through this, right? So what's sounding rational about this is the idea of like riding the coattails of my hard work and effort, shilling that in front of my face. Me asking him not to do it, him saying no, is that being rational?
No.
Like, where are you
know what's not rational?
Dude, I got
how many times? Hold on, Widespread, hold on.
Shut up, David.
How
please,
many times
I really
you
want,
need to tell people that you did something? Widespread has said he loves you and respects how much you have done for this community. But you're still telling people
that's fantastic.
How much you've done for some reason for 2 hours straight, my friend.
That's fantastic. That's fantastic, David.
It is not fantastic. It is a problem.
Kicker. So, yeah, do you want to tell me what's rational about what I just said?
Well, just listen to Widespread. He apologized for what he did and was explaining his side, but
I'll say this: I'm not going to apologize for making the podcast. I was trying to do something that was community based. I mean, look, man. Ain't nobody I'm not getting fucking paid for nothing. So, like, you can sit around with all this drama, different communities. Like, everybody's got to find a place. And adults realize that. And they don't hold it against people if if they associate with one or the other. This is a very small community. As far as I'm concerned, we should all be friends. And that means being friendly. And that means the people running the communities holding their fucking tongue over their little petty drama because it splits everybody else up. Instead, we've got somebody who chooses to make their drama the group's drama and their vendettas the group's vendetta. And I can guarantee you, like, I got a bunch of nasty messages over the course of that time when I was doing podcasts from different people in Whalepool that were like asking me questions and then like saying snippy shit because I know, like I listened to it because I would hear it. Flibbr would get on and grail on and on and on about how I was a horrible person and slander me to everybody. And I didn't get on and talk about Flibbr, but I will say this: like I called him out on Twitter and Telegram a couple times because I mean, if somebody's going to use their bully pulpit to shit on
absolutely
eventually
nothing.
you're going to poke back.
You have nothing. It's ridiculous. Kicker, let's come to you for a second. Let's go through this level by level logic. Let's go through
Flibber's got Whalepool, and that's all he's got.
Bro, I don't know if he has anything, man. Unless he tells us it for 2 hours.
I'm not like taking sides
If
or
the
anything,
community
but I'm
decides
just trying
that he doesn't own it,
to
then he
mediate
doesn't own it.
between these two opinions.
Okay, so let's go through these opinions. Is cooping somebody out of their hard work right or wrong?
No, that's absolutely wrong.
Okay, so if somebody who you've like looked after and been friends with during this time,
you act like you did something for me. Give me a break, Flibber. Come on, you're trying to couch yourself in these moral, positive terms so that you can pretend that you're like somehow holding a moral high ground over me and you can judge me. That's what this whole thing's about. Like that's what you've done the whole time. You always talk about Vix and how wrong people were to you, and it's all about you.
Yeah. So if he's then
and your emotions and your butt hurt.
Kicker, you see what I'm saying? So so if he's then riding the coattails of my hard work and effort by
how many other people put hard work and effort in?
It's everyone.
How much of the community?
Kicker.
How much of this, everything that's come out of Whalepool has come from the community? Like, are people working for themselves or are they working for Flibbr?
Can you see how that when I try to talk, it's him talking over the top of me? Right.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
Thank you. So can you see how him riding the coattails of, like, if you spend time and effort building a brand and somebody like firstly what Vix did was wrong, and so him then staying.
Aren't you the guy that forgot to renew the domain?
It's irrelevant.
It's irrelevant, yeah. But yeah, so say like him riding the coattails of like the brand I had, co-built up with Snitch.
Yeah,
I did
some stuff with a group of guys that were still around, man.
Again, this is the point I'm making of him interrupting.
Not like doing it to piss you off or to do you
Kicker,
wrong.
How many times have I
that's
mentioned
your little world, man.
Now?
That's your fucking crazy little shit. I'm sorry. It's hard to take it seriously because all he does is go back to the same stuff over and over and over again, and he's just going to talk about it forever like he's been doing for the past few years.
No, I'm
I love you, Flibber. I love you, Flibber.
You're literally regressing. Regressing is the word, Flibber. Regressing. To progress would require to move.
I love y'all. I love Whale.
I have faith in you, Kicker, to be able to see the light here. Yeah, so can you see how him riding the coattails of my time and effort building this brand, how I would, can you understand how I would not want that shield in front of me?
Yeah, I can see why you'd be mad, but it's something that happened in the past, and he comes in here and he's like, he's saying you're a great trader, you're a smart guy, but he's just kind of upset that you're not seeing his point of view, that it really is just a community, and either way, he's still promoting what the community's about.
Yeah, but what he's also promoting is he's promoting the time and effort and energy that I built up, and he's riding off the success of my hard work. Can you understand that? Can you appreciate that?
I don't understand how he's riding off of the success and hard work of the
I hope people are listening to this because it's bizarre hearing someone actually talk like this. You understand, Flibbr, the community isn't just you. The Flibbr isn't just you. Flibbr, everyone contributes to the communities. I know that because I run big communities. You also run big communities. You aren't solely it.
I do think Flibbr contributes a lot more than almost everybody else to the community.
I will admit that Flibbr A is a good trader. I'll also admit that he also has committed and done a lot for the community. But this whole it's just about him is fucking wrong. Like he doesn't see
and that's the
this.
funny thing about it, Aztec, is it's actually never about me. All I ever do is work continuously with the little free time that I have got to build stuff to promote the strength of the community. That's all I do. But going back to Kicker, yeah, I mean, what it is it's like, you know, if you have like a brand, say like Nike, and these people, you know, like a well-known brand, which at the time Whale Club was, right? And you know, to get that kind of like name known, you know, you have to put a lot of work in. Like, you know, we were doing like Google Hangouts, and you know, we're doing all kinds of stuff to kind of like raise awareness of this community. So you put a lot of time and effort into that, and for somebody to start doing something on that, right, is them riding off the back of your hard work. Can you appreciate what I'm saying?
Yeah. So you're upset that he was doing something on the community. I just don't really understand that part.
Yeah. So he was doing it on Whale Club and shilling it in Stake Pool, shilling it where I was. So he was shilling this in my face of the stolen hard work and effort. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. So you're saying he was shilling a different community to this community.
He was shilling a different community to me, and that different community was the one I had put a fucking lot of hard work, time, and effort into. So it was a community and the hard work that was stolen off me.
Hard forked.
And he was shilling that to me. You get what I'm saying?
I understand why you'd be upset, definitely. But
exactly.
It is in the past too, and you know, you can just let the other community be the other community, and you know, you don't have to hold a grudge towards widespread.
Exactly, and that's exactly what I did. All I said to him was, don't shill it in front of me. That's all I'm asking you to do. You can be in the Telegram group, you can be in the TeamSpeak, but please have the respect not to shill that in front of me.
Then let's just let it be like that, and just, you know, we'll just continue on like it was. You know, we could just you could still talk to widespread just normally. You don't have to hold a grudge against him for something that he did in the past.
Some of us don't want drama. Can we have a shit coin room again, please?
Go in the water cooler for now. But yeah, I mean, the thing is...
Cool, anybody want to talk shit? Sorry.
Shit coins, go shit coins, anybody wants to, you know, do water cooler for now. But yeah, can you understand that all I asked him to do was one thing, and that is, don't shill what was stolen from me in my face. And he would not do it. That was it.
But I do know today he is being quite rational when he's trying to talk to you and not attacking.
Let's go to somebody else. Who said Flibbr?
I did Flibbr. Weren't you advocating a hard fork for the Bitcoin network because of competition being a good thing for communities?
Yeah,
competition is a good thing.
Yeah, I talk all kinds of ideas.
Isn't that what happened here? A hard fork of the Whalepool community?
What happened here is fucking neither here nor there.
But I mean, you're advocating that hard forks are good for communities.
And if the community want to fork off and make another community, which anybody can start and do on Telegram, you know, whatever, and I'm sure there are many other, you know, Bitcoin communities out there. So it's already like happening and existing. So, you know, what about it?
But so this is a good thing then, right?
Yeah, it's cool. I mean,
but your concerns over the brand, but you're supporting Bitcoin Unlimited taking the Bitcoin brand, so I'm just trying to make some connections here.
I mean, when I'm talking about Bitcoin, Bitcoin Unlimited, Ethereum, all I'm really doing is exploring ideas, saying things that maybe people don't always think about, don't consider, don't always hear, you know? Provoking discussion.
So how is that different than this situation?
What is the situation?
I don't know. I just got on and you've been like on an hour-long rant. I'm still trying to piece everything together, but...
Yeah, sounds like you're way off the mark. Sorry. Anybody else want to try it on?
Flibbr, you just literally ignored every argument made just by going, you don't have an argument, which ironically is not an argument, or saying you don't have a leg to stand on, which is just a rephrasing of you don't have an argument, and dwelling up all the relevant things from the past to attack people's character, instead of coming back to the whole root of this issue now, which is people trying out new software pissed you off so bad you went on a tirade, just attacked the character of probably at this point around more than a dozen people, banned people left and right, and then just shut the server down because even though it's on the same server under the same brand with the same group of people, it's just not Whalepool because you said so. Mine, Swapman's, fucking you widespread BTCs, Vix, Aztec, Polonus, Davey, Mike, a fuck ton of people. You literally rattled off a list of names yesterday that if I felt like it, I'll go find them on fucking YouTube. You cannot deny that. That happened.
Look, Davey knows how I feel about him. BTC Snitch probably knows how I feel about him. Shinobi, you probably know that I think that you talk over the top of people, that you talk in a very condescending way. You know that too. So, there's nothing new here.
But you're banning people. That's new. I've never seen that in this community.
Who have I banned?
Have you not banned anybody?
Who have I banned?
You banned
I'm asking you. Have you banned anybody?
Telegram for literally just doing the exact same thing that I'm doing right here. Like, you banned me off the Telegram group for criticizing you the second you got your fucking admin privileges back. You banned Vix twice, even though you literally just slandered him. We're dragging up all kinds of shit. You didn't even give him a second to respond. You did not give him a second to respond to the wild accusations and slanders, and you're talking over me again, despite the fact that you constantly complain about that. You banned him and did not give him a fucking chance to respond when you just slandered him. You banned him twice, despite the whole fucking point of starting this was, who's got something to say to my face? Well, he did, and you banned him twice and wouldn't give him the opportunity. That's very cowardly, in my opinion.
No, I'm more than happy to ban BTC Snitch every single time. That's it.
What did he do?
Well, I'm very happy to call you a coward.
BTC Snitch likes to go around, disclosing details about my personal life. Now, I don't go around talking about anybody else's personal life, and I don't think it's right that anybody else do it either. So if he's going to behave in that way,
so
then
everybody that's ever talked shit about Bob Barker should be banned.
At the end of the day, it's if Bob Barker said, I'm not happy with this, then I would go and talk to that person that was doing that, and that's it. Anybody that wants to talk about my personal life, it's like, why are you disclosing details?
Why does this happen? Like, why does this constantly? Do you understand this? Like, about I don't know. Like, I didn't know Vix for a long time.
I repeated this fucking 5 minutes ago in case you fucking didn't listen. The reason why it happens is Snitch fucking went on a power trip for his shilling shit. Fristican did exactly the same, and that's it. I mean, what else do you want to know?
There's so many people here bring the same story, totally independent of each other.
What is that?
To your face.
What is the same story?
I don't. You can't see this. So the thing is,
what is the same story?
It's been repeated to you several times.
Okay, well, I'm asking you now. What is the same story?
Flibbr, you're acting like a community, a group of individuals who are not you, are your property, and that the fact that they choose to go someplace just because you started that place and they choose to spend their time there, that you own them, that you are entitled somehow to the value that they produce as disparate individuals just hanging out at a place, and that them deciding to leave is somehow stealing something from you or stealing your effort. It's ridiculous.
Let's go back to
I'm making a point. I'm making a point. The community isn't just you, Flibbr. When you decided to leave Whale Club, the reason we left Whale Club wasn't because of you. When you decided to leave Stakepool, we didn't decide to leave with you. In fact, many people left because of you.
I didn't decide to leave Stakepool. Stakepool was overthrown. You need to get your facts straight, Aztec. Like, seriously.
It's, you know what, I'm done. There's nothing we can say.
You have absolutely no fucking point.
You've got so many independent people.
Talking shit. I ask you what the fuck is the problem. You don't even have a fucking word to say. It's ridiculous.
Because I literally spelled it out for him before he could speak, and you just dismissed it and completely ignored it. And rather than wasting his time repeating what I just said, because you completely ignored it when I said it, why would he just repeat it, Flibbr? You've had the same general argument presented to you half a dozen times right now. You're talking over me, as you like to complain about people doing all the time. You've had this argument presented half a dozen times to you, and you just keep ignoring it. You just keep presenting. You don't have an argument. What argument? That's not an argument, Flibbr. I have presented you an argument.
I'm asking
you are
you,
not presenting a counter
argument.
You are just putting together words that make no conceptual sense being delivered as a counter to a rational argument.
Shinobi, you're just ranting. You're not making any argument to me. What are you saying,
Flibbr? You're just not parsing
it. You're not fucking saying anything. You're just ranting. Like, what is your point?
Just wow. Wow.
So Aztec.
Wait. All I want to know is why you shut down the mumble.
Let him chat. What do you ask me, Flibbr?
Well, the architect asked a simple question there. He said, "Why did you shut down the mumble?" And the first point I would make is, I didn't actually shut down the mumble. Swapman shut down the mumble, and the reason why
he was kind of colluded to.
Vix just posted a counter argument.
Hold on, guys. I want to hear what Flibbr says. I want to hear Flibber's story. Why did Swapman shut down the mumble then?
Swapman shut down the mumble because he said to me, "Oh, you know, do you want to keep the mumble?" And I said to him, "Every single thing we've done together." This, like, when I was looking into Discord, you know, because I know the huge amount of effort Swapman's put in. It's like he knows the effort I've put in. And so when I was looking at Discord, I went to Swapman, I said, "Have a look at this. Do you want to come on? Do you want to check it out?" This is like good, respectful procedure. Now, the mumble has, you know, having like two TeamSpeak kind of clients, you know, two voice, you know, applications is running at the same time is disruptive to the community. And that's why I went to Swapman first and said, you know, what do you think about this? Now, he didn't do that. He just launched it. And by just launching it without talking to me, I was unprepared. Other users was unprepared. I hadn't been over and checked it out. We hadn't spoke about it at all. So I said, everything we've done together. But this, you've just gone off and just done your own thing. And in that way, Whalepool is everything we've done together. But this isn't something we've done together. This is something you've just gone off and made this decision that impacts the community in a very big way, you know, without even consulting me. And there you go.
But wasn't I joined the mumble, I thought 2 months ago.
What about it?
I thought it's been up for like a long time.
been up for
Yeah,
6 months, and there have been multiple attempts to try to get people over there. It was just that nobody went at once, so obviously people came right back. And so he tried to take a joke and get people over there and see if people liked it. And a lot of people did fucking like it. And so Flibbr slammed it down because he did not have a say in people choosing to use a different client and got butthurt about it. That is my entire read. I will preface that by saying it is speculation because I'm ascribing motives to Flibbr, but that's my entire breakdown of the situation right now.
What did you say, Architect? Sorry?
I said it's been up for like longer than 2 months. Some people say 6 months. So what do you mean when you say he just went and launched it?
Well, as in like, yeah, it's been up for a long time, but launched it as in launched a coordinated move to shill it and, you know, propagate people over. You know, that's disruptive. You know, people are already on one existing client. They already know how to use it. You know, everything's running fine. The idea of moving over is disruptive. Okay? It's like, it's not planned. I mean, Chris J brought up some good points, you know, like when we're talking about, you know, all this kind of, you know, like some good points about how to coordinate and move to that if we wanted to. And so that just wasn't done. So it just wasn't done properly.
Hey, Flibbr, what is done properly? And like, what's disruptive? What if half the people on this server right now just don't want to come here anymore and they stop coming? Is that disruptive? Do they have to get your permission to do that?
No, I'll tell you what is done properly. What is done properly is me looking at an alternative platform, going to Swapman,
it just has
talking
to be
about
doing something. That's proper.
No, I'm giving you an example.
You have to be involved. You have
Shinobi,
to decide. You have to
I'm
be
giving you an example of, you know, this example. You're saying what is done properly. I'm giving you an example of what is done properly. And what is done properly is when I was looking at an alternative platform, Discord, and I went to Swapman and said, you know, do you want to come over and have a look? Come and check out some of the permissions, and talking to him about it and about the impact it'll have on the community. That is done properly.
It's a piece of software, Flibbr. It doesn't disrupt shit. You can effortlessly run both. I'm doing that right now. It's the same group of people on the same server. Yep, there's already separate rooms, and people are constantly isolating themselves along those lines anyway. What is the difference between having a different piece of software in a room? Because you're just arguing ridiculous semantics that because it's a button click versus moving a window, it's more or less disruptive. And that's just arbitrary nonsense.
Well, that's where I completely disagree with you, because having people split between Telegram and TeamSpeak is kind of okay. The one is purely chat-based, kind of good for mobile. The other one is
I wasn't comparing things to Telegram. I was talking about the TeamSpeak and the Mumble Flibbr.
Yeah. But you were saying, what's the problem with having another one? And I'm saying it just divides us further. And Acne said, you know, when somebody comes on the team,
Flibbr, the Telegram has 2,000 people right now. Most of them aren't in here. Do you think that this server that we'd be able to afford to run a fucking TeamSpeak server that had 2,000 people load constantly?
Yes,
that's not going to draw down the time that this server is fundable off the fucking community fund. That's not something that's a complication to consider. It's not maybe a benefit to have something that's not run like that.
Our community fund is $26,000. If we had 2,500 people on TeamSpeak, the community fund would probably be at $150,000, $200,000.
So you're just arbitrarily like projecting. Okay, yes, you probably do have more experience looking at donations, but you're just arbitrarily projecting now based on the community size how many people are going to donate money, how much money you're going to bring in off donations. That's ridiculous.
It's not off donations.
And in no way does this in no way does this cause any problems. They're both Whalepool. There's a group of people who are friends on the web or on the TeamSpeak here. There are groups of people who are friends on the Telegram.
What I'm saying
there's intertwined groups between those. How is that disruptive? How does that cease this from being a functioning community?
Shinobi, can I brought one argument? You said that people are isolating within their own rooms, probably you that meant to say. So Polish room, Flibbr room, whatever, right? And by making another client, another server and stuff like that, don't you think it's isolating on a factor of X, 10x?
No, it's almost the exact same thing, and I don't see a problem with that isolation.
No,
I brought it up because it's not an issue. in my mind.
How you can say isolation is not an issue when you brought it up? It's a great
Because
thing that we have
you're
isolation.
down in a room, you're down in the Polish room a lot, okay? There are a lot of people down there, you speak your native language. There are more in common there. That makes sense. You guys come up here sometimes. I've fucking talked with you a decent number of times. We interact, and then, you go down there where there's people you have more in common with. Flibbr does the same. People from the dojo do the same. What's the problem with that? Why is that fracturing the greater community? The only reason it's fracturing the greater community is because people are making a big deal about it and getting butthurt over a piece of software. This is so
you're conceding
ridiculous.
that having different rooms is not fracturing the community at all.
I've never made that argument.
What I'm just trying
I'm
to
not
figure out.
conceding anything there because I never claimed the opposite.
Hold up, Shinobi. There's still just one fundamental piece of logic I can't wrap my head around, because like a month ago, I got into it with Flibbr because he was supporting a hard fork to Bitcoin Unlimited, because it was running a different client and it would still be under the Bitcoin brand, and it would duplicate his coins, and he would have two communities to work in. And now it happens to his community, and it's a problem. And that's the piece of logic I just cannot wrap my head around. I don't understand.
Well, I'll tell you right now, you're wrapping your head around nothing. If people want to fork off to a different community, I have no fucking problem. Go do it.
Then why didn't you allow the mumble?
Because the mumble was, on the Whalepool branding and idea, and riding the Whalepool coattails.
Okay, Bitcoin Unlimited, Bitcoin Core.
It was the same group of people, Flibbr. It's not riding on the coattails of shit. It is the same exact people. We replicated the room structure exactly. Exactly
hold on,
the same
Shinobi.
people were made mods when they started
through this, man.
Just let him talk.
I mean, Bitcoin Unlimited, Bitcoin Core, Mumble, TeamSpeak. You were saying that it would be good for the protocol to have a hard fork and two communities both working to Bitcoin. So why does that not apply to voice servers?
It does. If they want to go off and create another voice server,
then why did you shut the Mumble down?
Because the Mumble was the Whalepool, and I said to Swapman, everything Whalepool is what we've done together. And that was not done together. It was not thought through together. It was not planned together. It wasn't done right. You get what I'm saying?
But we're not planning with Bitcoin Unlimited right now.
I don't know why you keep talking about Bitcoin Unlimited. I mean,
because
do you get what I'm saying about that?
It's a perfect parallel to the situation
He's drawing
here.
A parallel. Yeah.
It's I mean, because you came in here in this channel and you were talking up how good having those two separate protocols would be for Bitcoin as a whole. And now it happens to your own community and it's a bad thing. So I'm trying to understand really where you lie on this.
Some of the Bitcoin Core developers are fine with Bitcoin Unlimited forking off, but they're not going to contribute to the code and they don't want it called Bitcoin.
Yeah, and in that regard, I'm fine with them forking off. But if they are forking off and it's nothing to do with me, then, like I said, everything the Whalepool has been stuff that me and Swapman have worked on together. It's really simple. Like when I was looking at an alternative platform, spoke to Swapman about it, I went about it the right way. The way the Mumble server came about it was not the right way, and we ended up with 2 TeamSpeak clients and users split between the 2. And the reason why users were split between 2 was because it wasn't done the right way. If it would have been done the right way, maybe I would have gone over, we'd have fucking tested it together, come up with like a plan to move people over, and like a statement and instructions, and updated the website and shit. It would have been done properly.
Am I the only one that sees the parallel between this and the
No, I see
big
it.
block debate? I mean, am I the only one
on the
that
same way,
sees?
on the same way, guys, you could see the parallel between the core supporters and the people who wanted to change the client. If it would be only about the client, everyone would make a discussion with the community, would talk, would try to encourage the other side. Guys, let's go there. Bitcoin course will be there. Everything, everyone. It will be awesome. Come on. But the way it has been done was just, and as someone was saying here on the chat, like recently, I just need to find it, sorry. A lot of conversation, remember, at least Arion, was critical on this group moderation in Flibbr. If the cap was a joke, a lot of people there did not seem to know that and were not corrected. And that's the point. It wasn't just changing the client.
Yeah,
I
it was
called it
phishing. That arose
Shinobi,
organically out of
give me the
Flibber's
talk, please.
reaction.
No, Shinobi, I called it a split from the early beginning, and it was a split of the community, that's all. It wasn't a joke. The first day it was called a coup. The second day it was called a joke. The third day it was called something else by Swap. So, this is my point. It wasn't done in correct way.
I woke up and saw it, and the first thing I did was laugh my fucking ass off.
That's
because
awesome,
it was hilarious.
But
it was a joke. If you didn't get it, then there are emotional issues intertwined here on your personal end. And there is no rational basis in people checking out new software in those emotions. I recognize
I'm going back downstairs.
I just proved you that I was not the only one that was viewing that this way, and that's all I wanted to say. You're still using ad personam arguments right now. Shinobi, please calm the fuck off. You getting over my emotions or something, my emotional state or whatever. Man, it's ad personam, it's ad hominem. Still, again, you're using that.
I have listened to this arguments presented by Flibbr for more than an hour now, and they have all boiled down to I was not a part of the decision. That's an emotional reaction. I'm not making an ad hominem. And Pishik, you are reinforcing the same kind of things. People started talking shit about Flibbr after he ridiculously overreacted like this and started branding people traitors, banning people, muting people, and doing all kinds of ridiculous things like that. And I'm pointing out again that the entire basis of reality here is a joke was made and people went to try out new software. And the way you are spinning it, in some way, I am not trying to say, Pishik, that you are unbalanced or anything. I am saying that your reaction, just that, is rooted in emotion. That's it. I'm not attacking you. I'm not slandering your character.
Again,
I'm just observing. I don't see a rational argument behind what you're saying right now. That's it.
Yes, so once again, let's go to this parallel about Bitcoin Core. Let's say Unlimited wants to fork just to try this new software. They gather 51% of the hash rate or 55 and run it like, out of nowhere. From 5 minutes later, there is a new chain. This is the right way to do it?
The analogy doesn't carry that way. It's about the different software. That is all the analogy is about. This is a group where people come to talk.
It's my analogy.
There's no
goes both
split.
ways.
There's no fucking irreconcilable split here. People went to go talk somewhere else, and they can come back here like Snap. They can run both. There is no complete translation of that analogy. You just binary pick one or the other. It's open source software. You just run it. It doesn't mean you can't run other software. It doesn't mean you can only run that for the end of time.
Look,
so it breaks down. I am very relaxed
they can
right now. So why are you jumping in and cutting me off? And cutting me off with a nice intro there that tries to paint me as being heated or irrational, which I'm not being.
Hold up. They're right. A group of people forked off from the community and tried to take the entire community with them under the same brand. That's Unlimited. That's Bitcoin Unlimited. That's exactly what they're trying to do right now. Now, My only problem with this whole situation, I don't care what side people pick, my only problem with this situation is that Flibbr is not okay with it.
Well, it's because you say, Shinobi, you say, oh, they can, it's open source, people can run too. Well, I've been running and, putting a lot of work and time and effort into this, and I don't want 2 clients running. I would rather us all be in the same place.
So it's
So
just
you're a core
what
supporter.
you want. So literally what you just said is this is out of your mouth. So do not dare sit here and accuse me of an ad hominem. You just said because you don't want it. You said that.
Yep. And the reason is because you have to make, I have to make decisions all the time as the SWAT man, that affect, the development and growth of the community. And it would be my decision to say we do not run 2 clients at the same time. Now, if you think differently, that's great. But I put a lot of time and effort into this, and I don't want to run 2 clients at the same time. I don't think it'll be good for the community.
And see, this is the difference between centralized power and decentralized power, ladies and gentlemen. Because no one's saying that Flibbr's wrong to not want 2 clients. And he, in this scenario, has the power to not want 2 clients. But in a decentralized environment, there's no executive to make that decision. So here we are in a perfect parallel situation, but one end has centralized power and one end has decentralized power.
Dude, can you shut up? You fucking
Coin Run. We were asked to come here and speak our mind. We were literally
but he's being a troll.
challenged to
He's
come
being
here
a troll.
and talk.
It's enough trolling.
You have to see it, Coin Run. You have to see the parallel.
This is so ridiculous.
Is this diffused now? Is everybody better?
Always fine.
Can we get back to pumping the Bitcoin price?
That's all I've ever been doing. All I've ever been doing is trading Bitcoin. Trading Bitcoin and trading Bitcoin.
I'm not saying you're wrong in this situation. I'm not saying Swap Man's wrong. I don't think anybody's wrong in this situation, to be honest. But we've ended up in a hard fork because of the situation.
Mm-hmm. Which never would have happened if it was done properly.
You mean if you made the decision? That's a ridiculous argument, Flibbr. It is rooted entirely in emotion, and you cannot sit here and say that I am slandering you because I am literally basing that on words that came out of your own mouth. Literally are just mad because you were not part of this decision and you did not approve it. That is based on what you yourself said.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I just hope this causes people to not spread FUD about Bitcoin Unlimited anymore. I hope this has opened some eyes.
Dude, stop trolling.
I'm not trolling. I'm dead serious. Flibbr came in here a month ago and was spreading.
I know, dude. But
all
you're
this FUD.
hard right now. Stop, please.
I just hope it opened eyes.
But yeah, absolutely, Shinobi. When you put a lot of time and effort into growing the community, yeah, you have a decision about, big changes that affect it. And that's why for the millionth time, when I was looking at an alternative platform, the first thing I did is went to Swapman, respectfully, because he put a lot of time and effort, and said, what do you think about this? And so when you say...
put effort into a website, into the software running shit. You did not put effort into the people that are here, the conversations they had, the fact that they choose to be here. You do not fucking own these people. You are not entitled to shit from these people. And they are what make up the vast majority of this community. Yeah, Flibbr, you put a lot of work into this site. It's nice. You put a lot of fucking work into the bots in here with Swapman. You guys did good work on that. That's fucking nice too. But the community is the people, Flibbr. It is the people. And you are not entitled to shit from the people. You do not own them.
Shinobi, I know I don't own them, and they're free to leave whenever they want. But not only do I do a lot of like coding stuff for the bots and on the website, but also I'm on TeamSpeak pretty much 24/7. I'm also the most active Telegram user every single month, sometimes double whoever is number 2. So when it comes to like like providing like good quality content, I'm on TeamSpeak 24/7. I'm the top fucking poster in Telegram.
Well, I'm not going to speak to what you post in Telegram, Flibbr, but every trade that you fucking popped up here to tell us about, yeah, if I would have done it, I would have got fucking wrecked. Because I have seen you in the past couple months just come up here and propose trades that would have done nothing but get people wrecked.
Okay, so when I was telling everybody to long the shit out of it from 880 all the way up, and you were telling me no, you're saying to me my trades were shit and they would get wrecked. You're so fucking wrong.
People follow the trades, and yeah, the price trended up, but people, if they had jumped into a fucking trade there, would have got stopped the fuck out and wrecked. Because people actually follow these trades you propose and see what the fuck would happen, Flibbr.
I can't believe I come in here like every day and I tell all of you about the short data, about how fucking bullish we are, how we've got this nice candle structure. I would tell everybody the long community fund. I was fucking right, and you're telling me they would get wrecked. That's fucking fucked up.
Fucking go drag up the last couple community fund trades that you proposed, Flibbr, because it would have, for a fucking fact. You can watch it, because a bunch of people in here actually fucking charted that shit and followed it, and see where they fucking would have got stopped. See where they would have got margin called. And that's not just ha, Flibbr. That's the reality.
Let me tell you my last few community trades. My last 3, the first one, we were long at $1,000. It got stopped out because May decided to, to close the position. I said to him,
no,
I think we should hold.
The ones we didn't get into, because everybody else realized they were retarded trades. And you're also leaving out the ones that you fucking vetoed that would have fucking made a killing.
I don't know why you say my trades were retarded when my calls would have made you sick money if you followed them.
Corner, what's your bottom on Litecoin?
I don't know. I'm not watching it.
I'm thinking 1-2.
Yeah, I'm not watching it.
Quentin, what do you think about my shit-ass trades?
I don't even know why that is even being brought up into discussion. It's kind of annoying me right now. Like, why are you guys bringing up his trade history? Like, seems like there's just a personal attack on Flibbr. It's kind of fucked up.
Attack on him? Were you not here yesterday when me, Mike, Davey, Polonis, Velo, a whole bunch of other people were literally called out by fucking name and just told fuck off? Oh, well, we don't fucking need them. They don't contribute shit. Are you fucking kidding me? You're trying to paint this as baseless character attacks on Flibbr?
No, I wasn't.
You were fucking here for most of that.
I agree with you.
I was not here. Dude, chill out. I was not here yesterday for that. But
I agree.
I'm just going off of what I'm hearing right now. It's like, you guys talking about one thing, and then I know you guys are talking about like Flibber's trade history sucks, and it would have got everyone wrecked. It's like, what is this? This is like a fucking. This is like a for me, sounds like this is a personal attack on Flibber. Everybody. I wasn't here yesterday. I wasn't here. I don't know what happened yesterday, but right now, that's what it sounds like.
It's me giving my perception of Flibbr and how I perceived him since I fucking came to this server. Because whatever fucking image of the omnipresent person who's always offering advice, that's not the fucking Flibbr I know. I barely see him. When he pops in here and says something, I say anything contradicting or disagreeing. Go, shut the fuck up, retard. You're a fucking moron. That's the Flibbr I know. So this fucking image he's trying to paint of himself, I have no fucking idea who that person is. I've never met him.
Conrad, I agree with you. It's like they, those who feel so bitter and resentful about the fact that all they ever try to do and propagate is the right thing. It seems like they're just clutching at straws constantly, one after another, desperately trying to grasp to hold on to something.
Where are you right now?
In the garden. I'm more than happy to, talk about every single point and just fucking nail them.
I don't know. I just think this is fucking stupid, and I think we just move on, please. I think both sides of this argument have points.
Okay, it's time to shit the bed.
Yeah, we're going down.
Shinobi, should I buy or sell? Fast.
Perpetuals have a $10 premium.
No, but what do we do?
I'm done here. I've said my piece, and you guys seem to just blind yourself to reality, so have fun with that, guys. It's nice knowing the people here who aren't fucking complete shitbags. I hope you know who you are.
And he is not using argumentum ad personam at all.
Shinobi, just let me know what your new username is, because I know you're lurking behind the corners. It's really annoying how he's trying to call out people on their trading history. The guy's here to learn. It's his sole purpose of joining this community is to learn how to trade. He knows nothing. He has no idea how to trade, and then he's trying to call people out on their trade history. It's really weird.
Especially when I was telling him to long, and he was saying no. I remember saying to him at one point, "Tell me why I should go short." Could not say shit. I was fucking right.
Oh, whatever.